What's going on, you guys? Petplatypus here. And today I'm doing a review of One Punch Man episode 10 because I was recording the live reaction, but like I explained in a previous video, my viewfinder is messed up on my camera, so I couldn't see what I was recording, and my camera ended up turning off from a low battery. I didn't know the battery was low because I couldn't see it, and I couldn't see the camera turn off, so I had to scrap the live reaction, and I don't even know how far into the live reaction I got before it turned off. And it's a live reaction. It's pretty much ruined if you can't do multiple takes. So, yeah, I do apologize, I guess, but review of this episode, it was pretty good. As far as, like, the animation and art and everything, it was pretty solid. It wasn't, like, the best animation One Punch Man's ever had, but it wasn't bad by any means either. I did think that the dinosaur guy that came out of the ice in the beginning of the episode was it was okay animation, honestly. It wasn't some of One Punch Man's best, but it looked okay. And, you know, you had Tornado there, and she's kind of a bitch. Some of the artwork with her is funny when she looks, like, very simplistically drawn. I like that. And when she got on the cell phone and the fucking Lizard King is, like, trying to talk to her, and she's like, I'm on the cell phone. Are you so rude? It was very funny. But other than that, she's just kind of a bitch. Tsundere type character without actually hitting anybody so far. But seeing all the S-Class dudes was awesome. Some of them have really good designs. Some of them I'm really interested in. Like Pig God, that's a great name. And just the way he looks and what his powers might be. And the little kid. Obviously, no. Obviously, this series is Don't Judge a Book by its cover. And so I don't doubt that this kid and Pig God and Watchdog Man, I don't doubt that they're all very strong. I just don't know how strong. I don't know what they're capable of, especially like the kid and the fat guy. But yeah, we saw the prisoner dude again, and of course Genos was there. And I liked that Saitama got to sit in on the meeting and see what was going on. Basically, there's an alien invasion, and we had the fortune teller predict it. Now, this part of the episode I didn't really like. This whole meeting, outside of meeting all these characters and seeing them, that was great. But the meeting itself, you know, like, oh, she's a fortune teller and her fortunes are always 100% right, and she's made predictions that have saved the world. And then they kind of just say that over and over about two or three more times with, like, just different ways of saying it. It felt like they were just kind of repeating the same thing, and it just kind of slowed the episode down. So I thought the pacing of this episode was a little bit disjointed. Like, it was really fast in the first section, slowed down and kind of repeated itself in the middle, and then got kind of quick again at the end. But yeah, he explains how, you know, she's always had these visions and everything, and this is like a threat level dragon. That's why all the S ranks are there. And then they basically, towards the end of the episode, they say this might be threat level God, and that's a good way to end the season because this will probably be the final arc. But yeah, I like seeing Saitama just get in on the action instead of taking a while to get there like he did in the Sea King arc. You know, he just kind of showed up at the very end, one punch. It was badass, but you know, it's cool to see him already there, going in the ship, trying to take care of business. And we'll see what happens. I mean, he's inside the ship. There's no one will probably see him kill the main guy, and he probably won't get any credit for it. But we'll see what happens. The ship has a pretty decent design, I guess, and some of the aliens are cool. I like how all the aliens look different from each other. This fucking episode cocked teased the shit out of seeing Bang fight. It was fucked up. We see him do some moves in the dojo, and then he gets called in, obviously, because all the S ranks are there. And then he comes down to fight this alien creature, and then it cuts away, and it just cock teases the shit out of seeing Bang fight, which I hated. But hopefully I get to see him in the next episode do some fighting. Some of the other S rank dudes, not really going to go into all of them, but they were pretty cool. Interesting that the dude named King is like the strongest man ever, but I mean, not counting Saitama because they don't know. You're rank 7, so how are you like the strongest man alive, rank 7? Because Bang is higher than you, so I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just like raw physical strength, and then some of Bang's techniques maybe are better. I'm not sure, but yeah, and he had a cool design too, the King guy. So yeah, I really don't have much else to say though. Seeing all the characters introduced was pretty good as far as the story goes, expanding the One Punch Man world, I guess you could say. The alien invasion seems cool. We see a glimpse of the what seems to be the main bad guy at the end. He's got one giant Cyclops eye, and he looks pretty good. I've just really never been a fan of Cyclops characters. Just a creature with just one big eye. I've never really liked that design, but my personal bias aside, he looks pretty badass. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But Not really much else to say about this one, honestly. Just, it had that disjointed pacing in the middle, and the animation, well, it was really good when we did have the action scenes. It was a bit less, over the top than we usually see from One Punch Man, but I won't go as far as to say the animation was, like, subpar. I mean, One Punch Man raises the animation bar pretty high, so even to say, oh, this One Punch Man episode had subpar animation, by One Punch Man standards, it's still really good animation. It's just a little bit subpar by One Punch Man standards, as I said. And only slightly. It's not at all. You're not going to watch this and be like, wow, really? They must not have put money into this one. It's not like that or anything. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much my review. But I do want to mention a few things about episode 9 because last week, the dislikes and everything, I just want to talk about that for a second. But if you don't want to hear my thoughts on, episode 9 and how it got a shit ton of dislikes and everything, I'm just going to wrap it up for you guys. Thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode of One Punch Man in the comment section below. You can follow me on Instagram. I post things there sometimes. You can give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you've seen here. But yeah, episode 9, it has like 8 likes, 20 dislikes. What the fuck happened? I'm really not sure. Maybe people just didn't like my video. Maybe people thought that... I know a lot of people in my comment section that did comment were like, oh, licenseless rider, he brought the feels, and someone tried to say, oh, you don't even care about the emotional stuff, you just care about the action. Are we watching the same episode? Because I will defend that scene was not... If that scene was meant to be serious and like an endearing speech and all the people crying and the kids cheering, if that was supposed to be like an emotional scene where you're supposed to be like, yeah, that was way too corny, way too cheesy, way too generic. I'm sorry. That felt like it was a satire of superheroes where he gives a fucking I know I can't do it, but I have to try speech. And you got the little kid, you're the cycler of justice, and the people crying. Is just that felt hokey. That felt corny. If it was trying to be serious, if it was trying to be emotional, I personally think it failed. If you don't like that, all right, maybe, and that might not even be the reason why people disliked the video. It could have been a bunch of dislikes because people genuinely didn't like the reaction, although it wasn't any different from any other reaction I've done, so I don't know, but yeah, and I don't care that it has a bunch of dislikes. If you didn't like the video, cool, whatever. You watched, thanks for watching, it's totally cool. Totally feel free to totally have your opinion. I have mine. I thought that scene was a satire of superheroes and the generic shonen speeches. It was very corny, and if it was supposed to be taken seriously, I think they missed the mark on it, for me. If you felt, emotion from it or whatever, that's totally you, that's totally fine. I could see why, I guess. For me, it didn't work, so yeah, but those are just my thoughts on the episode 9 thing that happened. Because that's like the first time I've ever gotten that many dislikes on a video, so I guess I thought it was worth mentioning. And again, I am not complaining about the dislikes at all. It's whatever. It's your opinion. It's fine. But anyways, once again, though, thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this One Punch Man episode in the comments section below. Follow me on Instagram. I post things there sometimes. Give this video a thumbs up. It would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you've seen here. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.